Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make the DNA keychain models. The first thing that you're going to need to do is to cut some wire, 45 centimeters. So just take wire, your rulers are 30 centimeters, so 30 and then another 15. And just any little scissors will work. And then cut another piece of wire. I recommend that you use 2 different colors. This will help you keep track of which line is on what. All right, your next step is to count out your beads. So for the black and the white beads, you're going to need 26 of each of those. And then for each of the 4 colors, you need 6 of each of those. And then you'll need 1 keychain ring. Alright, so now your next step is to take one of your wires, doesn't matter which one, and you're going to string on 1 black bead, 2 white beads, and then another black bead. Okay, and then just let those fall into the center. Now, take your second wire and go through those same 4 beads. So that you have both wires going through those same 4 beads. Now, tie off one of the wires. Just give it a couple of little twists so that you know not to mess with that wire anymore. Now with this wire that's open, you're going to string on all of the rest of the black and white beads, alternating. So on this side, I'm going to put 1 white and 1 black, and then on the other side, 1 white and 1 black, and keep doing that until all of the beads are on. Alright, so now you should have all of your black and white beads strung on the wire. Now, the next step is very important because if you don't follow this next step, you could get into troubles with the amount of wire that you have. See how my wires right now are uneven? You want to make sure that they're fairly even at the top. So I'm just going to match up these ends and then pull until they're even there. Now I'm going to tie these off, just giving it a couple of twists. Don't go crazy. Just a couple of twists. And then do the same thing with this side. You're going to unwind this one and make sure that they're even and pull it taut so that you know that these 4 beads that we strung on originally are in the center at the bottom. Okay, like so. Alright, so now I've tied off my red wire here. We're going to be leaving that alone for a little while. The next step is to tie on the 4 color beads. Now, first of all, let's talk a little bit about what this demonstrates or what this represents. These are representing the sides of the DNA ladder. So remember that there are 2 types of substances along the sides of the DNA ladder. We've got sugars and phosphates. So the white ones are, what do you think? Right, the sugars. And then the black ones represent the phosphates. So now we need to put these different colors across the rungs. So what do these represent then? Okay, well, we've got our 4 letters, and it doesn't really matter what color we call which one, but just for the sake of argument, for our consistency in our class, this one is going to be for the letter C. Okay, that's for cytosine. And then the green will be our letter G. Okay, that's the guanine. Okay, and then the red we'll have that one be the T for thymine, and the yellow will have that one be the A for adenine. Okay, so which ones can go together? Okay, is it just any, we can just put any of them together? All right, yeah, you know, by now, you know that only the cytosine and the guanine can go together. We can have them in any order on either side, but they have to be together. You cannot have a green with a red or a blue with a red or yellow. And then the adenine and thymine are going to be the ones that are going together for our purposes. Okay, so now I'm going to take, this is kind of a tricky part, so if you need to watch this a couple of times, by all means. But I'm going to take my loose wire here, and on one end, I'm going to pick, I'll just start with the adenine and thymine. I'm going to put both colors, adenine and thymine, together. Okay, but don't let it fall down too far. Okay, now I'm going to take the other end and string it through the opposite direction. Okay, so that I've got both wires going through those two beads. Then I just tie it like a shoelace all the way down until it hits the bottom. Okay, now our next step is to go and pick up a couple of these beads on our green wire. So I'm going to take this bead, and actually let me do this going your direction. I'm going to take this side and string it through one white and one black. And then have that go down. And then the other side, I'm going to string one white and one black. And see this little kink I'm getting here? You're going to have to twist that around so that it doesn't kink on you. All right. Now I'm ready to do two more colors. All right. This time I'm going to do a blue and a green. So again, on the end of my wire, put one green and one blue this time. And then take the other end of my green wire and lace it through the other direction, and then tie it like a shoelace. There. And now I'm going to pick up one white and one black on either side. And again, see I'm getting that kink right there? Turn it around. And then do it this way. Okay. And then you just keep going like that until you're out of beads. Okay. Now, this part here, which order you put these in, I could put a blue on this side and a green on this side. I could put, the next one could be another one exactly the same. The point is that DNA has all kinds of combinations, and no two DNA keychains in this class are going to be alike. Now that you have finished all of the rungs on your ladder, and notice that, you know, I have two blue and greens here, I have two yellow and reds that are identical here, I have two up here, it's kind of all random. So you're going to end up with, one wire is going to have these two little short pieces because it was used up using all of the rungs, and then you have this other one that's really long. So now what we need to do is finish this off so we can put it on the keychain ring. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is untwist the longer wires, and then take two on one side and twist them together all the way up as far as that short piece will take you. And then on the other side, do the same thing. They don't have to be super tight twists. What you are aiming for is to have the thinnest piece of wire possible. Then take both of these and now give this one several twists. And then what you're going to do is just take some scissors and cut off so you have about an inch or so above. And please make sure these pieces make it to the garbage can. And then in the key ring, loop this in. Okay, now bend it around and then twist this off as best you can so that you don't have any sharp pieces sticking out. All right, and now the final step is to twist your DNA into its double helix. And there you go. There's your keychain.